Hi everyone, welcome to the Pensioner Adventurer, and this is the 1 year update on my new hip. So I've got a crib sheet here, so I might look down from time to time. Everything's really going very well indeed. About 2 weeks ago I went to see the surgeon, so for the annual checkup, or a checkup after 12 months. So we did a little. He asked me if I could sit on or get up from the floor. If I sat on the floor, could I stand up? I can't actually do it without my hands, using my hands, but I can do it. I can get up. So he said that was good. And on that, they reckon one of the predictors of a long life is being able to get up without using your hands from laying down on the floor. Now, I think I might try and set myself a 30-day challenge, and I think I might film it for you to see if I can actually learn how to do it. So we might do that one in the future. But anyway, so once I did that, I was then sent to have an X-ray, and then he compared how my hip was after the operation, because I had an X-ray taken 1 day after the operation, and then he compared with it how it was now, and he said everything was really good. The bone had grown around these sort of little step things that are around the implant, and so that was very good. And I told him that I'm riding my bike, and the previous weekend I'd done 50 miles, a 50-mile ride, and I can sort of do whatever I feel I want to do. So I said to him, I would like to, I still feel there's an imbalance in my left and my right leg. And I asked him if I could do weight training. And he said, you can do absolutely anything that you want. And then after a second or two, he said, well, actually, there's one caveat. Don't try and put your foot behind your head, which in fairness, mid-60s, I'm not going to be trying to do that anyway. So I was really pleased that I am allowed to do anything I like. Now I asked I asked again, so I'm fine to do weight training, and he said, yep, do whatever you like, So so that was fabulous, really, and he said I don't need to go and see him anymore, so I'm signed off, and I can do whatever I want. So yeah, it was really good news, and I think now the challenge I have really is, as I say, I'm, mid-60s. I sometimes I can't really. I think is any aches and pains I'm getting because I'm trying to do some training and get stronger, or is it actually? Is it something going wrong, or what is it? And really, it's I've got to remember my age, but I think at least now I have the confidence that anything I do is not going to damage my replacement hip. So what I'll do is I'll just try and I can walk upstairs. Well, what I'm going to do is try and make a little film and show you. I'm going to try and run up the stairs. I've not tried this before, so we'll do that. And then I can show you how I can squat down, and that's fine. Stand on one leg. Did I have any other things? Oh yeah, and I was going to try and balance on the bike stand on there to show you that. So let me just do those. All right. So this is the replacement hip. So I can sort of, so I'm truly showing this with one take. I can stand here pretty much as long as I want. Well, no, that's not true. But I can stand here for quite a while. I have to work to balance, but I can do it for a reasonable amount of time. Yeah. So that's good. Squatting, let me try and do that. Probably would be better with different shorts. So I can sit down here. It's not probably the thing that I can feel most is my belly. So I'm quite fine, not holding on to anything. So again, can go up and can go down. Okay. Right, so I mean, although I've shown you those 4 little party tricks, I guess you could call them, I mean, I'm not trying to show off or anything, but what I think I'm trying to show, I know I'm trying to sort of show is that if you can have your hip replacement and it's great, removes the pain, but you've got to work to get yourself back to normal. You know, as I said earlier, you know, I'm not trying to become a 20-year-old normal. I'm just trying to become, you know, a mid-60s normal, and so, but you do have to work at it, you know, and I don't know, you know, 3 or 6 months ago I couldn't have stood on that leg for that long a time, and I've continually practiced it. You know, the wobbly bit on the bike, the handlebars were not tight, so that made it a bit worse. But the squatting's good, and everything. So really, I'm not trying. I suppose I am trying to inspire you or motivate you to not just settle for near enough. You know, just think of where you are at your age, and it's reasonable to get back to. I truly believe I can do pretty much anything you know, someone of my age can do. Now, 2 weeks ago, I went to London for a day out and did loads of walking. I walked about 13 miles, and the next day I was in a terrible state. And it's not. And I don't think it was because of my hip or anything. It's because I don't walk anywhere anymore. You know, I did in the early part of the rehab, but actually I ride my bike. And so actually any mid-60-year-old who doesn't do much walking, if they do 13 miles, they probably would be quite sore and stiff the next day. So it's about, you know, the things I'm experiencing, or the things I can't do, I probably couldn't do even with 2, you know, natural hips. So I think it's about, you know, concentrating on the mobility and strength really. And I might do a video or 2 just showing you how I've tried to work on the strength, because we all know as we age our strength gets less, and it's one of the big factors on trying to stay healthy and live a bit longer. So yeah, maybe put something in the comments if you want me to try and make a video on and show you what I've done, because it's pretty simple. It's basically I need one bit of equipment, and you know, that doesn't cost very much, and it's just a thing about it's called progressive overload. So all I do is just do one of them, you know, one. So if it's a step up onto a box, I do one on week one a day for a week. Next week I do 2 a day for a week. Next week I do 3 a day for a week. And all I'm trying to do is ensure that I don't go crazy and I can't do something the next day. I'm just trying to slowly build up. But you know, if it's stepping up onto a box, clearly, if you've just had your hip done, imagining you could do 52 is a giant sort of target. But actually, just by increasing one a week, it's achievable, and in a year you're there. So I'll maybe do some stuff on that, on progressive overload, and show you what I do to try and get a bit stronger. Okay, so let me have a quick look down there. So yeah, that's really about it. I don't have to go to the doctors or the hospital anymore. So what I do is I'll do the videos I've spoken about, but I'll do another one of these in 12 months' time, and just see how things. I mean, in theory, everything from now on, any backwards sort of step should be truly just because age related, as opposed to having a hip replacement. But we'll see, because we don't know. I mean, that's what I'm hoping for. Okay, so many thanks for your time. Stay happy, strong and healthy, and be adventurous. Cheerio.